Let's go steal some shit. That's what that feels like. I'm ready to rob a bank. We're back, everybody. It's Live Before Lock. We got a fun one today. It's a special little Tuesday at 5 p.m. edition. Weird slate all around between the timing, between some teams trying to play basketball, some teams not trying to play basketball. But enough about that. Let's get into who we got here today. George, thank you for joining us today, man. How are we doing?
I'm all good. I'm over here from the UK, representing the UK, guys. All 5 of us in the chat. Let's get
That's not true, because anytime I say good morning in the morning, Mike Baston's in the chat being like, it's good afternoon to us, okay? George, thank you for holding down the fort last week or 2 weeks ago, however long ago that was. Appreciate you, man. TST, what's going on with you, dude? Settled in the new fit? How we doing?
I'm settled, and I didn't know you could play so many instruments so well in that intro song, man.
Yeah,
that's really impressive.
Yeah, I'm like one of those panhandlers in the street with a bunch of different instruments playing like loops and stuff like that. It's pretty dope. Thank you. Ghost, how are we doing over there?
Doing well, man. Crazy slate. I think we're running out. 4 here is more than most teams in the NBA are running out tonight. So
that's true.
Watch the rest.
There's a non-zero chance 2 of us play for the Spurs tonight. All right, we are gonna get right into it. This is gonna be somewhat of we're gonna go the same amount of time. I will say, I told the guys beforehand, this is the least prepared I feel, so that's why we have a full slate of guests today. So I will rarely give takes, but I'm excited to dive into it. But for most of you who only come here for the giveaways, let me get that information out there right now. Because LeBron James is questionable tonight, like the stream, subscribe, but hashtag Washed King into the chat. That's for a chance for a rare tier card. I've totally punted at the beginning of the season. I was like, if we hit 200, we'll give away a rare tier. And then I've won enough bullshit tier 5s this season that we're just giving them away instead of listing them for $4. Here's to you, Aaron Holiday. So like the stream, subscribe, but hashtag Wash King into the chat. All right, let's do a quick injury rundown. I'm going to go over to Underdog. You can see Jaylen Brown is the cover boy here since he is questionable. Although if you're a Celtics fan, gave a relatively promising interview today with Shams, so that was kind of nice. All right, here we go. Also, I should shout out too. I didn't do this. There's Veronica right there in the chat. Shout out Veronica, who put together that fire edit for the intro, for the outro. Veronica's been doing so much sick stuff for us. So shout out Veronica, employee number 1 of Team Hold. All right. Here we go. Jokic is questionable again. LeBron James questionable. AD is probable. Trae Young is out. I'm learning this in real time. I did not know that. Jaylen Brown is questionable. Lauri Markkanen is ruled out. Bam Adebayo is probable. Karl Anthony Towns, not only does he have a cold, but he also has a calf, is questionable. Jamal Murray is probable. Big body Johnson is out. Little body Collins is out. D'Angelo Russell's questionable. OG Anunoby, NBA top 50, is questionable. Dylan Brooks is questionable. DeLon Wright is questionable. Denny Avdija, who has been the best player in all of basketball, is out, which means it's Corey Kispert season. I'm going to quickly just review Twitter to make sure I didn't miss anything. We've got DeLon Wright. We already heard that. Derrick Rose is not on the injury report for Wednesday. There you go. Mo Bamba improved to doubtful. Romeo Langford out. Anything else? I think that's really it. Kyrie Irving is probable for Wednesday. So there you go. Maybe they won't tank after all. Lucas said he's going to play. So there you go for your, Mark Williams doubtful. That was something I wanted to point out too. So with all of that being said, all of that garbage news that I just threw out there, what's anybody have like a hot take? Actually, everyone's going to get one. You didn't know you were going to get one. What's our, it doesn't have to be a hot take, but the take for this slate, where are we starting? George, what do you got? What do you got for me?
Okay. This is the talk of Sorare Twitter. Avoid the James Bouknight train. Just don't do it to yourself. Don't bank on the Hornets is where I'm going for this one here. I'm going against all the metrics.
I like that. I saw you tweeting about Kendrick Nunn earlier, but James Bouknight's where you're
It's depressing. It's depressing when it's between Bouknight and Kendrick Nunn. You've got a show today, ladies and gentlemen.
What about you, Ghost? How are you feeling about tonight's slate?
I mean, as much as I love the new value being opened up, I think Washington is the most interesting to me of the guys that have a lot of people sitting. But I'm still gravitating towards Portland with Shaedon Sharpe and Drew Eubanks, and then I still like the Charlotte guys. I'm going to disagree with George there. I kind of like Bouknight there.
Bouknight, Kai Jones season, baby. Kai
Jones.
What about you, TSC? Where are you at?
I think Washington's the play out of those 3. That's my takeaway, especially now. If DeLon Wright is going to sit too, that makes a lot more interesting on Washington already with Denny being out. I think like Washington's been doing this like sneak tank almost. Like they waited too long. They didn't announce really, and like it's kind of useless. It's just basically like we gave up on trying to even make the play-in game, but this isn't actually going to help us. Yeah. So they didn't really like shut down people officially, but really like Beal's been shut down, Kuzma's been shut down.
Too.
Yeah, so I think Washington's going to be the play over Charlotte and Portland, but there's still going to be guys on Charlotte and Portland. Let's get real.
Yeah, it's funny. You know what? Portland has almost graduated a little bit because they're like the best version of those two teams where they have some more legit NBA players. However, their caps come up a little bit now. So now Shaedon Sharpe, you're picking him over like Lou Dort and Kuminga and guys like that, where like the Washington guys and the Charlotte guys, you're picking them over just like people you have to Google. You know what I mean? So let's take a look at some of the projections. If this is your first time here, just a reminder, what we're going to do is we're going to go over some of the projections, talk about some of our favorite plays in the lower end. We'll do lower end, mid-range, and then our favorite MVPs, and then we'll get into some questions and answers. As always, too, we're using Momentum Labs. You can find a link to Momentum Labs in the show notes. Go check them out. I think they're $3,000 a month for these numbers. No, I think it's $9 a month. Go check out Momentum Labs. And real quick, too, if you're just joining us, make sure you like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Wash King. Zeely said, are we early or am I dreaming? No, we're early. We're starting early this week because I got IRL plans on Tuesdays, okay? Jump Shoot said, is this a no boo show? No, there we go. We got hard stuff because I'm ready to I got to go do some comedy stuff, and I'm not going to do it completely even. All right, let's get into some of these projections. We'll start here down at the bottom. There's a lot of gross stuff here, and I like Thanasis is fucking on here. So we see him. We see John Butler, Jingleheimer, Schmidt here with the cap of 3 and a projection of 11. Taj Gibson with the cap of 5 and a projection of 13. And then when you get to that 6 range, you're seeing Kendrick Nunn, James Bouknight with some big old projections. Dean Wade at the law firm. Shout out Zach Lowe. Down, and we'll go in order here. Actually, I'm going to put myself at the bottom because I'm a bottom. We'll start with Ghost here at the top. Ghost, how are we feeling about these dog poo plays down here?
I think that Bouknight, like we said, was interesting. I think Kendrick Nunn got a lot more interesting hearing that DeLon Wright might be out. I was really high on DeLon Wright, so I'm disappointed that he might not play. But if he doesn't, I think Kendrick Nunn steps into a big role. And then Dean Wade's been getting some minutes too for Cleveland, so I think he's playable there. Not a ton else down there that I'm super interested right now, though.
Yeah, George, anybody else besides, I know that you're off the Bouknight train, famously off the Bouknight train. Anybody else in this range that you are looking at that you're excited about? Is it Kendrick Nunn? Do we need to do ISO Kendrick Nunn here?
Yeah, I'm sort of on Kendrick Nunn. He's in my rare contender. Of an outside punt, if you're playing rare underdog this week, maybe Dominic Barlow from the Spurs. He came off like a 40-point so rare score. He got 30 minutes for them. So maybe as a gamble in underdog, but apart from that, it's not really. There's no juicy picks this week.
I love having rare underdog. I know this is the hot take. TST famously hates all the underdog tournaments. I love the underdog tournaments, not because it's like a good format. It's just like after I fill out my lineups, I'm like, man, I got to go put all these dog shit guys I won into training. I definitely didn't buy these guys. And then I'm like, oh, wait, here we go. We can play.
I love it. I wish it was a permanent thing. I hate that it's only here for like 2 weeks every 12 because I'm not buying guys for 2 weeks to then not play them for 3 months. That's why I don't like it. But it's a good idea.
I agree. All right, let's keep moving up. And then TSC, I'm assuming we covered everybody down here. Is there anybody else that you were excited? Like Taj Gibson? Do you need some Taj Gibson run?
You know what? I did. I happened to have won a Taj Gibson, so I had a look at him today. But it didn't really do it for me. If we go up a little bit, I love Johnny Davis at 10.
Oh yeah.
And now I even picked him up this week. And now that DeLon Wright might be out, and Denny wasn't out at the time either, so I think he's someone who they are going to continue to play even more and more down the stretch in these last games because he's a rookie and they're going to want to see what they have with him and everything. So he's definitely going to be front and center, high minutes for the rest of their games down the stretch. So I'm rolling with Johnny Davis this week.
I see Sorare NBA squad, which, oh my God, I was supposed to DM you. Sorry, man. Saying Anthony Gill has a projection of 8, according to Sorare data. Dude, Anthony Gill, I feel like is a cardio king too. I feel like he doesn't usually put up stats, but whatever, dude. Washington doesn't have a lot of guys, so all of those guys are in play. I agree with you, Johnny Davis, man, because he barely has played this year, even on a terrible team. So they are just trying to give him as much run. He's actually looked okay in the last week or so. So I don't hate that. Somebody else I want to point out because I'm playing him and it feels gross is Juan Toscano Anderson.
I was just about to say that. Are we off? I've played him in like every limited contender for the past what seems like year and a half, even though the game's not been on that long. Every time I'm like, oh, he might get 20, and you're just looking at like a 13 score.
He's super bad, and I got him locked and loaded in my rare contender, but he's terrible. So don't feel good about it. All right, let's get into this 10 to 20 range. I'm trying to see. We've got Julien Champagne of the Spurs, who went for like 30 real life points, I think, or 26, I think, against the Kangs the other day. Josh Christopher in the green, and that 12 range. We got Jordan Goodwin, which we've talked about every Wizard but him. I love Jordan Goodwin because I feel like he's a big steal guy. And I enjoy Jordan Goodwin. I think he's a solid play. Larry Nance is popping a little bit. Nasir Little. In the 13 range, we got our Kai Jones, our Udokas, Jalen Johnson, Kevin Knox, Javon Carter. So many guys in the green here in this 10 to 15 range, which is kind of why I like this range a little bit more than that 0 to 9. But we'll go the opposite order this time. TSC, like who are you vibing with in this group?
I like Kai Jones, with Mark Williams not playing, he's still probably not going to start, but he'll get some minutes at center, probably some minutes at forwards. He's playing the Raptors in his only game, and they just played, and he was pretty active. And he's a guy that can collect the blocks and the steals. So that's a little bit of upside there. So he was all over the place in the Raptors, running the floor on the offensive glass and everything. So give him even more minutes, and we could see a score in the 30s for him.
I like that. I like Kai Jones. I have him in my limited contest, I believe. And someone won a rare one from us a while back. George, what about you? How are you feeling?
In this range, if we're looking at sort of 10 to 20, for me, the stand-up one's Drew Eubanks. It's on the upper end at 20 still, but he's going to be the main guy that I'd probably pick here. And then as an outside one, I don't love it, but maybe an Isaiah Livers. I know it's 20, but from the Pistons' point of view, there is a chance he has one of those road games. But apart from Drew Eubanks, I don't really love too many guys in this range.
Yeah, the Pistons' point of view is just like a funny name for a shitty Detroit basketball podcast. Ghost, what about you? What in that 10 to 20 range? Anybody that we haven't spoken of yet that is popping for you?
I think I'm still running it back with Svi. Svi's been absolutely killing it for Charlotte.
Balling, dude.
He's still locked into those minutes. They're missing more guys today. PJ Washington's out. They ruled out Gordon Hayward, a few other guys. I don't know who's going to score for them, but Svi's been balling. And I like Maladon too at 15.
Yeah, shout out to actually Jeb Bush and Theo Maladon, his main guy.
He's playing for his career, so
he really is. Yeah, and whether it's his career here or over in Lithuania,
it's either if he gets more money overseas or can stay in the NBA. So
right, I wanted to ask about Benedict Mathurin, and I was going to bring him up. Yeah, because I want to show you guys my squads right now. I want to show you what I'm working with because this is about a Mathurin question. So over my rare contender right now, I've got Rudy Gobert, Shaedon Sharpe, Drew Eubanks, Juan Toscano Dogshit, and Kevin Knox. And then my rare underdog, I snuck it. I got Nunn, Wade, Kessler Edwards, Mathurin, and Gabe Vincent. I don't think let me actually see something. I was curious if I could get, would you try to force Mathurin into this? I mean, I guess I'd have to move off Rudy Gobert here, right? So does Benedict, I know Mathurin's a great play here, but would you go out of your way to try to force that?
I'd go out of my way to get JTA out of the lineup.
I know, but there's nobody good. You need bad lineups. You need bad lineups. I mean, bad players.
Clip that. Someone clip that. Someone clip that. You need bad lineups. That is some top shot. The top
would you do this then?
That's Mike's strategy.
Would you would you try to do, if I threw Benedict it, right, it gives me a cap of 24 per player, right? Mathurin would be in here, and then that would get me to 30. So would you rather go Nembhard and Mathurin or Rudy and JTA? Right?
Nembhard is completely, if he has a good 5 minutes, he'll have a good game. But apart from that, it's not the one. So I'd go the other route, even though it's JTA.
Weisberg's just saying straight up Mathurin over Eubanks and don't change anything else.
I like Eubanks a lot. I don't know if I would go Mathurin over him completely.
I know.
Is Kevin Knox a definite? I thought he was questionable.
He's questionable.
I think he's questionable.
Well, I'm riding or dying with Kevin Knox, so there you go. All right, let's go back over here, and then someone can tell me what to do with my lineup in a little bit here. Take Knox out instead of who, though? If you take Knox out instead of who? right?
Like
Because
GTA?
that doesn't do anything. Because then that leaves me with what, a 16.
Can someone just suggest that he gets rid of Sharp too, so that every single player has been eliminated out of his lineup?
Shane, come on. Please collapse the filter. No way, Ruben. I'll never do it. Take out Knox and Gobert. All right, we'll look at it in a little bit. I wanted to, so Mathurin obviously projects pretty well. I wanted to bring up Gafford a little bit because I do like Gafford, and with all of their guys missing, like Gafford should be a solid play. I will say he's probably the first dude that gets bounced though, right? Like if they get smoked, they're probably getting bounced here. And by that I mean, sorry, like if they're getting blown out, he's probably the first guy that sits. All right, let's get into this mid-range of 20 to 30. I know, or 21 to 30. I know we already talked about the Eubanks guy. We got Jalen Smith, who's popping a little bit. Talk about high upside, high downside. Jordan Wara, Aaron Gordon. Wow, Aaron Gordon's cap is all the way down to 24. Dick Rich, our friend Dick Rich, Xavier Tillman. I don't know who are our favorite guys. We'll go this time. We'll start with George. George, who are our favorite bros up in this world?
It's definitely Aaron Gordon, I think, for me this week. I'm running him in about 3 different lineups. I think 24 for him is really low. If Jokic sits or plays, I'm not really fussed by it because I think he bounces off Jokic quite well anyway. And then if he doesn't, his usage will go up. So at 24, I really like Aaron Gordon. That's sort of my main one in this area.
I like that. What about you, Ghost?
I think with all of the San Antonio guys being out, I think I like Mamu again at 24 there. And I like Corey Kispert on Washington. I think that he's pretty much one of the only guys left who was in the rotation before, and he's at 23 there.
Kispert's crazy too, right? Because he doesn't put up a ton of points. I mean, like a ton of peripheral stats, but he just scores 30. Mm-hmm. Like he's done it like 2 or 3 games in a row. He's like 29, 31, stuff like that. It's crazy in that range. What about you, TSC? Who we feeling?
I like the upside of Jalen Smith. He's he's primed to have like a game where he just gets like 4 stocks, and then don't need that much else from him to really produce. And then it's Aaron Gordon for me. Like I love it if Jokic isn't playing, and I still really like it if he is. So he's been. I think I got him in two of my lineups too. So.
I like that. Let's just scroll up here. Let's get our favorite MVP. Everybody give me one. We'll start with TST, work our way up. Who's our favorite MVP for this game week?
I think I'm going Anthony Davis.
Wow. Anthony Davis, cap of 48, projection of 57. Are you banking on LeBron sitting tonight, or why this take? You just like him the most?
I think they're one of the teams that is playing for the most here down the stretch. So, like some of our other MVPs here are, they haven't secured necessarily their spot, but they're in a much better position. He's been playing pretty well, and whether LeBron's there or not, like they both have to do so much for that team regardless. So
I like it. Ghost, what about you?
I think I'm going Jason Tatum. He's on an absolute heater. Got 2 games. Jaylen Brown might be out. Feeling good about him.
I like that one. And George, what about you?
I'll go for someone different, seeing as the 2 ones I was going to pick have gone. So I'll spice it up. I like Steph Curry on the one game against the OKC, just where the Warriors are right now. But I also like Jimmy Butler. I think, they've got something that they want to prove at the moment. They've got that Philly game, but they've also got the Pistons game. So you can take your pick of poison if he wants to go against Philly or if he just wants to beat down the Pistons. So I like both of those for that mark.
I like that. I'm going to go off the board. Just give me SGA. I think SGA is going to score 50 real-life points this game week.
I saw you click DeMar DeRozan. Are you sure you weren't leaning DeMar DeRozan there?
Yeah, give me DeMar, dude. No, give me SGA. Give me SGA. All right, let's reset here. We'll do some Q&As. I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with my lineup here. Before we get into the questions and answers, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag WashKing into the chat, and then we'll give away a rare tier card here at the end. So make sure you do that. And we are starting with Alex's question here for tip-off. Pours limited. I don't know if he'll play game 2 or not, or Giannis common. Ooh, man, these tip-off questions are always tough. I don't think Porzingis is going to play either of these games. Does anyone think he's playing?
Washington got mathematically eliminated on Sunday, so they really have nothing to play for. So I'd assume that they rest him. They've already been sitting Kuzma for a while, so I think Porzingis goes that route.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's playing again. Tog's asking about some of the Bucks guys. Bobby Portis, Drew, Brook. I mean, I could pull up I'll pull up their projections here. We see Drew has a cap of 34 and a projection of 43. He projects pretty nicely. Bobby Portis with 25 and a projection of 31. And then Brook Lopez with a cap of 30. His cap's pretty high. But they all seem to be projecting really well. I don't know. Does anybody have a take on the Bucks?
The Bobby Portis play could come in if Giannis sits one of those 2 games, but that's you're taking the chance a bit there. I don't mind Drew Holiday as well, but I don't see a way in which maybe they play both. They might sit some of these guys. That's the only concern with them.
Yeah. All right. Marcus says, are Laurie and Clarkson viable for the Thunder game? I don't think you can play any Jazz. I think the Jazz are pretty done. I know Laurie just got ruled out. Clarkson we haven't seen, I think, in like a while. All right, let's keep moving. Oh, yeah, Weisberg reminding people 8 o'clock, go over to watch playback. There's a link in the show notes to watch the Celtics Sixers. Gorgie Jang or Bryce McGowens. I haven't seen Jang's name pop up too much here. He's got a cap fade and projection of 19. Bryce, I feel like McGowens has been solid lately. Let's see what he's doing. Cap of 9 and a projection of 14. I'm going to throw this one to Ghost since you were high on the – well, no, you were high on the Blazers. Whatever. Ghost, I'm throwing it to you anyways. Who are you taking here, Jang or McGowens?
I don't feel confident enough in Jang's minutes to pick him, and Bryce has carved out a little role here with the lack of bodies on Charlotte, so I think I'd lean towards Bryce.
Yeah, I think I would too. Barster's asking about Aaron Holiday. Is it Aaron Holiday? Yeah. Wow, I didn't realize Holiday was a play today. I got Aaron Holiday, baby. Are we ready to fire up some rare Holiday or what?
Get rid of JTA.
Dude, let's hold on. We're pausing the questions. Let's see what we got here. Holiday. And then we'll throw JTA right into that. Let's see what we can do here. Holiday. Oh my God. This might work out beautifully. Get rid of Knox. Right up to Mathurin. Like a glove. Right? Everybody loves this lineup, right?
Bang.
Oh, dude, I just want $1 million, dude. Submit.
Who could you choose instead of Gobert?
What?
Who could you choose instead of Gobert?
Maxey or Jalen Williams?
Ooh, Maxey's interesting.
Yeah, Maxey's sounding good. That lineup
Rudy,
is looking prime for a Rudy Gobert 3rd minute ejection. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's
That's looking like a Rudy Gobert lets you down lineup.
Nah, dude, Rudy's a guaranteed 14 and 14, dude. We're rolling with Rudy.
Yeah.
You can, and especially whatever. Everybody, fuck off.
And
Barster, Aaron,
5 turnovers gets you 24 so rare points.
Come on, dude. Come on. Aaron Holiday's a great play, Barster. Thanks for bringing it up. All right. Felix was asking about Monty Morris. Is he playing? No, he's not playing. He's out with right ankle soreness, also known as tanking. Xavier Tillman or Denny. You know what? I like when I can answer the questions. Xavier Tillman. Denny's not playing. Alex, here we go. I'm going to give this question to George, your turn. Best player for a cap of 22 or under. Who do you fancy in that range?
22 or under. Is Bruce Brown under 22? I remember when I was looking at doing my lineups today. I think Bruce Brown might be under there. I did see, did that say that he wants 40 plus? In which case, that's not a selection because Bruce Brown will always get you between 28 and 32. That I don't think he's had a score over that in so rare.
He's at 23.
Yeah, he's capped 23, so you can't do it.
He's at 23. Top of my head, it'll be Drew Eubanks then. If we're going to go for that, the 20 guy, Drew Eubanks is the best one for that.
That's what I was going to say too. All right, here we go. Also for the tip-off contest, TSC, would you go Maxey Limited or a Ja Common?
I go Maxey Limited.
Yeah,
it's got a huge boost, and Harden's been kind of slowing down here, so Maxey might pick some of that up.
There you go. I like that take. Sneeps was asking about Grant Williams has a cap of 16 and a projection of 13.5. Al has a cap of 28 and a projection of 26.5. We haven't talked about this. Ghost, what's your Jokic take? Do you think we're going to see him? Because he could fit him with AD or AD as MVP without him. Do you think he'll play?
Man, I don't know. He's been really hard to predict. I don't have a good read on whether or not he's going to play. He's got 2 games, so you got to hope that he plays one, but he's really been sitting out a lot of games recently. So yeah. I don't have a great lean there.
Yeah, I don't know Hacker, but I am going to say I don't think he's going to play. I think the indicator that we got was that Grizzlies game. I think if the Grizzlies beat the Bulls this weekend, we would have seen Jokic play to make sure they could secure the 1 seed. But that 1 seed's pretty much locked after this weekend. I don't think they're going to play him. I think the MVP combo is done too, so I think he's done. All right, here we go. TST. Reese asks, DeRozan, Spida, Butler, Kawhi, Harden. Pick 2.
Spida.
Yep.
And Kawhi. Yeah, Spida and Butler.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in that direction too. Those would be my 2. All right. Anybody have any thoughts on Alex Len? I can't believe he's still in the league. He's gonna cap a 3 to projection at 9. Are we throwing some darts on Alex Len? I feel like George is.
Me, I'm definitely not throwing anything on Alex Len for it. His price graph is a madness, but that's about it.
I had him in one of my underdog lineups last week. I think he was a 0 cap, and he's gone for 20 points in 2 out of the last 3. So
he did.
Yeah, he's only playing like 15 minutes a game, but he's been productive in it.
There we go. I like. All right, lock and load, Alex Len. You heard it here. Jamie saying, Jamie, I feel like I know what you're doing. You're trying to goad me into it, and you know what? It worked. We go. Would love to see that. Tog's got a question here. I'm going to throw this one to Ghost. Triple J, or I'm assuming that's Josh Giddy, the Gidster mobile. Triple J or Josh Giddey? Who are you taking?
I think I lean Jaren Jackson Jr. there.
Yeah.
I also want to call out the previous one with the Utah play. I think that there's a sneaky play there in Udoka Azubuike.
He was popping earlier. I was looking at his projections are really popping down there.
Yeah, with Walker Kessler out for the season, so they don't really have a backup big. Kelly Olynyk, I wish his price was a little bit lower. I think he's at like a 27 or 28. He's a little interesting, but I think Azubuike might get the bulk of the backup minutes there.
You want a fun prop bet for tonight? Kelly Olynyk, I don't even know if it's available. Kelly Olynyk triple-double. I'm telling you, I'll throw it out there. Throw it out there. Speaking of THT, we get THT or Shaden Sharp. TST, are you taking THT or Shaden Sharp?
Shaden Sharp.
Yes. Let it fly, baby. Butler or Donovan Mitchell. There we go. So I'll give this one to Ghost. Butler, I know we narrowed it down from 5 players to 2, and now we get to pick 2 of them. Who are you taking, Jimmy Buckets or Donovan?
I like them both this week. I think I lean Donovan Mitchell here, but I do think they're both good plays.
He does feel like he's on a heater. Brunson or Quickly? I don't know. Any George, you got any hot Knicks takes?
I sold a Quickly this week, so Brunson. There we go. Let's go for that. But actually, that means that Quickly's going to bang. So get on the Quickly train. That's that.
So Quickly's cap's up to 35. That's very high. It's actually higher than Brunson, and I think Brunson has a higher ceiling than Quickly. So I think I'm rolling Brunson there. All right, here we go. I'm going to throw this one. I've lost the order in which I was doing this. Julius is here, and he's saying, so TST, Hero or Bam in the limited champ? And for some context, which I love, he said it's alongside Jason Tatum, SGA, DeAndre Ayton, and Aaron Wiggins.
That is a nice looking lineup.
That is a good lineup.
I'm going Bam. He's what, probable now?
Yeah, he's probable. He projects great too.
I'd roll Bam then.
I think I would too. The Ant-Man. We haven't talked about Ant-Man or Fox for that matter. Edwards here has not Kessler, but Anthony has a cap of 39 and a projection of 42, and De'Aaron Fox a lower cap with a little bit higher projection. Ghost, do you have a strong lean either way on these 2 plays?
I think I lean Ant-Man over De'Aaron Fox, but I think they're both good plays.
Yeah, I think they're both good too. Weisberg, I'll take this one. What's the take on Dallas with Luka and Kyrie probable? Do we feel like Josh Green should not be playable then? I think the one thing about Josh Green that makes him okay is his cap is 18. It's not like you're biting off something in the high 20s or anything like that. I do believe that both of them are going to play. So I don't think Josh Green is like your super high upside play. He's probably not someone I'm throwing in a champion lineup. But if it's an underdog or a contender, I feel pretty comfortable with Green there. I don't know. Does anybody disagree with that or have another take?
I was kind of hoping that they were going to shut down Luka and Kyrie, and then we get some more like Jalen Hardy, Josh Green season. But I can't really trust either one of them with both of them there.
Yeah, Josh Green's at least going to be on the court, I think, but you're going to need him to get like 8 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, something like that. Let's go. Dick Rich is starting, baby. There we go. Bates Jop, who I feel like we haven't talked about him forever, or Eubanks. I imagine this is Eubanks, but actually it's not. It's kind of close. Bates Shop with a cap of 25. I mean, a cap of 20 with a projection of 25. And Eubanks, same cap, higher projection. Is anybody taking Bates Shop here, or is this Eubanks across the board?
Eubanks.
Eubanks.
Give me Bates.
There you go. Give me Bates. Yeah, you want Bates, or you just doing that for fun? All right, dude. All right, let's see what else we got here. Any play with Westbrook with him facing the Lakers? I mean, I don't know if it's because he's facing the Lakers, but his usage is way up with no Paul George, right?
Yeah,
so
I like Westbrook.
Yeah. I like Westbrook too here. Is anybody out on the Westbrook play?
I'm very neutral. That's right.
Oh,
what a take that is. Very neutral. There we go.
Good. Good. I love that. Thank you. All right. Like the stream, subscribe, #WashKing. We got about 15 more minutes before we wrap up here to answer some more questions, plug some stuff, all of that. So we'll keep firing off questions. And as always, if I'm not getting to your question because there's so many of them, if you super chat, we'll auto do it. Bruno, he's saying Adebayo, who we were talking about that we like, or Scotty Barnes. Barnes here has not Harry. Scotty, where are you? He's got a cap of 33 with a projection of 32. Bam with a cap of 33 and a projection of 42. Let's ask the homer, TST. Are you playing Bam or Scotty here?
I'm playing Bam.
Yeah, me too.
And Bam was just officially available to play. Kyle Lowry's in. Tyrese Halliburton's officially out. Will Barton's in. Precious Achua is now probable. And that's
Javon Carter. Javon Carter out. He was projecting pretty well.
Oh, wow. There we go. So does that boost up our Wesley Matthews of the world? I don't know who plays the Javon Carter role.
Good question.
No, don't play him. I'm just curious. Caldwell, KCP. We got some KCP with a cap of 21 and a projection of 25, or Patty Connaughton, who maybe he gets the bump. He's got a cap of 18 with a nice projection of 24, and that was before the Javon Carter news. I don't know. Ghost. No, I can't. I keep saying Ghost when I mean George and saying George when I mean Ghost. George. Who are you playing here? KCP or Patty Connaughton?
I'm going KCP on that one. Definitely KCP, I feel on that. That's just pure vibes. I haven't looked at projections, so don't come from it, but that's what I'm going.
Yeah, the projections are pretty close. KCP projects a little bit better. Kono saying Giddey and Keegan Murray or OG and MPJ. What are you doing with that one, Ghost?
I think I like the Giddey Keegan Murray side of things there.
Yeah, I do too. The Nuggets, I just don't trust what they're going to be doing here down the stretch. Alex is asking about Drew Holiday or Jalen Brunson. Brunson, we had looked up already. Actually, we looked at both of them already. But TSC, what are you doing here with Drew?
This is tough. I want to go Jalen Brunson, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to go Drew Holiday just to make it annoying, but that's who I was taking. Marco, Gafford and Karras, or Bay and Kill Hayes? We should rename him Kill Hayes. I like that. I haven't looked up Karras LeVert at all, and I wonder if his minutes are impacted at all by the arrival of Dean Wade. But anyways, Karras projects he's got a cap of 30 with a projection of 27. Killian Hayes, we haven't looked up either, has a cap of 28 with a projection of 29. Sadiq, who should get some shots up tonight, has a cap of 21 and a projection of 38. Man, I don't know. What are we TSC? Who's your side here? What side are you taking? Gafford, LeVert, or Bay and Hayes?
I feel like Bay and Hayes have a higher ceiling. So I think I'd go that way. But
yeah,
like Karras LeVert has gone to the bench, but I don't think his numbers have suffered since Dean Wade started. I think they just are like, you go to the bench, but here's the ball more. So so it's a tough one, but I think I'll go with the other two.
Yeah. Jamie's question here is a good one. Do you think Jamal Murray sits a game? And if does Reggie Jackson fit the team? So here's the thing. I do think Jamal Murray might sit a game. I still don't know if that makes Reggie Jackson a good play. We've seen what the Nuggets have done when Jamal Murray has been out, and you'll see Christian Brown run a little bit of point. You'll see Bruce Brown run a little bit of a point. You'll just see anyone with the last name Brown run point. But I think they'll find ways. Reggie Jackson, just both him and Thomas Bryant, honestly, just seem to not have fit in the way that I think everybody had thought they were going to fit in. Bryant plays a little bit more, but Reggie just is not in the rotation. So the one caveat, if they announce that Michael Porter Jr., Jokic, Bruce Brown, Kate. Like if everybody's sitting and they're just like, hey, we're punting this game, then yeah, he's a good play. But that's really threading a needle here. So that's what I would say. All right, Malcolm Brogdon or Trey Jones. Trey Jones, fresh off a triple-double here. He's got a cap of 28, a projection of 33, and then we got Bogdanovich with a cap of 29 and projection of 26. Are you leaning with the projections there, Ghost, or do you have heart for some Malcolm Brogdon?
I think I'm leaning Trey Jones there. I kind of like the environment for him with having nobody else on his team to play with.
Yeah, I agree there. Charles Young was saying Dick Rich. I love that we've just started a movement of calling Nick Richards Dick Rich, which makes no sense, but I love it. Or Michael Porter Jr. We know that our friend Dick Rich is starting. We haven't looked at Porter Jr.'s numbers at all. He has, oh my God, there's so many Porter Jr.'s. Wait, hold on. We're going to do the drop. Are you kidding me? We're the Porters. Woo!
We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers. Throwing things and buzzer beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters.
What a banger. I lost the question. I'll be honest. I can't see. Oh, Dick Rich or Michael Porter Jr. Is anybody playing Nick Richards over Michael Porter Jr.? Raise your hand. There we go. Michael Porter Jr. to the moon. There's your answer, baby. DeLon Wright, if he's in. I think we're still waiting to see if he's in. Or Shfee. I'm going to put this one on Ghost here. You a Shfee god?
I love Shfee. And I think that if we're seeing that DeLon is questionable right now, I'd put the odds that he's not playing, but we'll see.
Yeah. Weisberg saying too, very neutral. Also play bad lineups. Great live before lock advice. There you go. You come for the good content here. So we're NBA squad. Oh my God. This better be Norman Powell, right? Norman Powell, Drew Holiday, and Darius Garland, or Bam Adebayo, Marcus Smart. Wait, Drew and Garland or Bam, or oh my God. I don't know what we're asking here.
Then go with the second one.
Yeah, go with the second one. Smart, Garland, and Bam. Right? Powell, Drew, Garland, Bam. Garland or Bam, or Smart, Garland, and Bam. Smart, Garland, and Bam. Anyways, second one either way. All right, here we go. Reese Davies says Bam, Michael Porter Jr., AR-15, Austin Reeves, Westbrook, or Paolo Banchero. Pick two of these. Everyone's going to answer this. Ghost, who are your two?
I think I'm going to go Bam and Westbrook.
Bam and Westbrook. George, who are you taking?
I think I'm going to go Bam and Banchero as well.
Bam and Banchero. TST, who are you taking?
Well, I was going to say Bam and Westbrook, so then I was going to be different and say Bam and Banchero. So I guess now I will say Westbrook and Banchero.
Wow. All right.
Fade me.
Bam and Westbrook. That's what I'm saying. Reese Tooth, one more. I'm going to give you back-to-back questions, which I never do, but I just wanted to make George answer this one. Dean Wade or Kendrick Nunn?
It's obvious. Dean Wade. No, I'm joking. Kendrick Nunn. I have a question. I have a question that I'd like to put forward here. This is to also you guys and the chat. I did just see that tonight for the Pelicans and Kings game, it's $6 for a ticket. Would you rather see that game or own a James Bouknight Limited card? That's the question I'm going to go for here.
Where is the game? Is it in Sacramento or New Orleans?
I think it's in Sacramento.
Oh, I was gonna.
It's a tricky one because the James Bouknight's a great play this week, but
theme team down bad.
If it was in New Orleans, baby, I'm ready to party. You see the shirt, dude? I'm ready for Bourbon Street, baby. Let's go. That's a great question. Give me Bouknight. All right, sorry, I'm gonna miss some questions here. I'm scrolling up to catch up because I'm so far behind. We've got 9 minutes left. Here we go. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a second to plug some stuff. Then we're gonna go right back to the questions while people are plugging. Do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Washed King into the chat for your shot at a rare moment. But let's go a little round the horn here. Let's start with George. George, plug your ish, baby. What do you got going on?
So I mean, we're over here from the Swingman podcast. We just miss some British guys that talk about the NBA and some basketball stuff. I also make some Sorare videos 2-3 times a week. So you can check us out at Swingman Pod and also join our Sorare League. We've got some little prizes coming up before the playoffs as well. So yeah, everything, you can find it all on my social at George_Edger, but we're also at Swingman Pod.
Hell yeah. Ghost, what you got cooking?
Same as always. I write the Lucky Trader Sorare primer every game week. So usually Mondays and Fridays there. feel free to subscribe to that if you want that in your inbox. And then check out our stuff on the broader NFT space every morning on Twitter Spaces.
Nice. We love it. But TSC, before I get to you, I'm just going to answer. Yeah, we still have an hour. I had to push my schedule up a half hour because I normally have stuff, and I still do have stuff on Tuesday night. So I got to head out here in a few minutes. So that's why we did it a half hour earlier. Our normal schedule is 5:30. TSC, what about you? What's cooking? You just dropped a video that probably they shouldn't watch now because it's for this.
Well, they got an hour.
That's true. They got an hour. So what do you got cooking, TSC?
But yeah, I've been diving into some playoff depth charts from last year based on minutes and Sorare results and stuff. So I've been kind of compiling that stuff. I don't know if there's going to be something that's super actionable coming from it, but at least some interesting stuff that I'll be sharing. I don't know if on a video or Twitter, but you can go over to NBA TSD on YouTube. And I will also leave you with another tidbit. OG Anunoby is playing, and he shoots over 50% from 3-point against Charlotte, and he went 5 for 6 last game. So play OG.
That's an insane, useless stat. That is. Oh, I love it. All right, make sure you're following everybody. Make sure you're following Lucky Trader. You're following Ghost. You're subscribed to the Substack. You're over in the Swingman Pod. You're following TST. Make sure you do it. Oh, wait, breaking news. Fenny says that game is in New Orleans. We're going to the game. That shirt's gonna smell like shit. No way, dude. This shirt can't smell like shit. Real quick, I'm just gonna pump a couple of stuff that we got going on. I'm dropping a link into the chat right now to playback. We're gonna be watching the Sixers Celtics game that's starting around 8 o'clock tonight. So come hang out. I'm sure we'll have some giveaways for that as well. We also, if you're into the WNBA or women's basketball, Watch Your Work is going to be live on Team Hold tonight at 9:30. So go check that out. And then a few other just like broad strokes here. We're going to restructure our live before lock schedule with the playoffs because the Sorare schedule is going to change a little bit. So we'll make sure we'll have our stuff updated as well. So stay tuned for that. We also debuted live before lock for Sorare MLB this week, which honestly was a train wreck. It was not my best show. However, by doing that, I now have a good feel for what it's going to look like moving forward. So stay tuned for that schedule. I'm excited. If you tuned in, you know that my pitcher got -12 last night. So that's pretty dope. You're coming for the level of analysis that you got for the NBA, baby.
You're starting a Patreon up for the baseball side of things.
Well, the value is paying me to just know what I'm doing so you can do the opposite.
You said it. Make bad lineups. You said it.
Make bad lineups, neutral takes. Welcome to Team Hold, baby. But yeah, so make sure you're following all that stuff. I'm going to drop a link to the Discord as well. But I appreciate everyone being here and hanging out while we've been grinding these. I mean, I can't believe it, guys. We have also, Shot Take is on actually Jeb Bush's channel tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. That's our 1-year anniversary. So go check that out. But it is kind of wild. So we have live before lock on Friday at 5:30. And that's the last regular season one. That's it. Like we did a full season of live before lock. We've done how many? What is that? That's 40. It'll be 48 shows. That's stupid. That was too many shows. So I appreciate everyone being here.
That sounds like you should be getting ridiculously drunk on that show. If I'm being completely honest.
Dude, I'm down. It's Friday, man. Whatever. I'm gonna wear the same shirt. All right. We got 5 more minutes for questions. So like the stream, subscribe, put #WashKing. Fire in your questions. Oh yeah. Also tomorrow I'll be. Fuck, I did forget I was doing that. I'll be on the Sorare Data Show. There we go. 101 unique merch up there. I'll be on the Sorare Data Show for the Luka 101 to see who decides to buy a thing they won't be able to use this season. Shout out Sorare. All right, let's see. Any other questions here? Jonas Valanciunas, we haven't talked about JV at all, who's been on somewhat of a heater. We've got Jonas or Jared Allen, who Jared Allen's been battling injury, but I believe he's back. Cap at 37, projection at 36. Jarrett has a cap at 34, the projection at 34. TSC, who are you taking there? Jonas or Jarrett?
Jonas.
Give me Jonas. There we go. I like it. Let's see. Zach Collins. Christian Wood. Well, Zach Collins isn't playing. Christian Wood or Tim Hardaway Jr. So, Christ Ian.
Zach Collins might still be the right answer.
Yeah. Just hope. It's probably Christian.
Are the vibes that bad in Dallas? Is that how bad it is?
Yeah,
it is bad.
God. KBS, an interesting question. What tournament should I prioritize in terms of probability to win? Wait, what's STH?
Did he mean ETH there? Even though there's no ETH rewards.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
When ETH.
Because then it's baseball or soccer.
Yeah, I can win to win. Oh, ask that again, KB. Ask that again. Any Vegas Alpha? I'm pumped. Just not yet, but soon. I sent an email about it today, so there you go. There's your alpha. Sabonis, Jimmy Buckets, or Brandon Ingram, who's playing all-star basketball right now. And TST, who are you taking?
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, Ingram's been playing good. Is everybody taking Ingram here? Anybody going a different direction?
I'm going Jimmy Buckets all day. Jimmy Buckets.
All right. What about you? Are you taking Sabonis then, Ghost, just so we can provide no information?
I think I'll stay with Ingram.
Yeah, I like Ingram too. DiVincenzo, Aaron Gordon, or Corey Kispert? George, who are you taking?
Aaron, was that Aaron Gordon there? It was, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Gordon. It's not gonna be Eric Gordon. Yeah, Aaron Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah. The most important question is scrunch or fold. What is that?
I know what that is, and that's some toilet humor. Quite literally, is what that is right there.
Is it?
That's scrunch or fold. That's how I'm hearing that. If I'm mistaken that, then well, fair enough. But
that's wild.
Is that a European phrase there that we're not?
That is whatever that guy's name was. That's that sort of phrase. That's what that was there. That's not a European thing.
Reese, I want more.
Didn't he say he was from the UK earlier in the stream too? So maybe that's.
There we go. Yeah.
Why only George
Reese,
caught that one?
What are you doing, Reese? Come on. There's only 5 of us in this chat. Don't ruin it.
Wait, hold on. He said, all right. So, which tournament should I prioritize in terms of probability to win something? There we go. So, contender team, Holiday, Bam, Book Night, Gil, Sandro, or champion Embiid. Is that Jaylen Brown? Embiid, Jaylen Brown, Bam, Drew, and Book. That champion lineup is fire. Right?
Contender line is kind of fire too.
Yeah, the contender ones where I'm seeing it more for. If you're going to win something, it'd be contender.
You guys are cowards. All right, contender it is. You guys have.
Well, also we're talking Jaylen Brown, who might not play.
No, dude. Oh, Siri's going to answer it. All right, let's see what else you got here. Brown and Wiseman or Pirtle and Giddey? That's Pirtle and Giddey, right? That's Pirtle and Giddey all day. Let's see. Anything else here? Did I miss? I want to make sure I got everything. We talked Brunson and Holiday already. Sorry. I think we went the Brunson route. George is correct. Fuck. All right. Scrunch all day. What's going?
No, it's fold. It's not scrunch. It's fold.
What are we talking about?
Are we talking about toilet paper here?
Move on.
Is it toilet paper?
It is toilet paper. That's where we're going.
Oh.
That's how bad this game week projections are. That we're literally in toilet paper.
I don't neither, baby. Just shower. Yeah, Milo's got it bidet all day.
Bidet all day.
That's fancy. That's Southern European. That's where he's coming from here.
I shower every time I poop. My skin is dried out. What else we got here? One more. Christian Brown.
John Nellis comments. What is going on?
Aaron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins is actually projecting okay. Let's see. Aaron Wiggins has a cap of 10 and a projection of 15. I believe Christian Brown, so he's not going to be I don't know if he's a great so rare play. He's got a cap of 11 and projection of 12. Forget that. It's probably Wiggins here. Christian Brown is going to be good. He's been awesome the last 2 weeks.
I didn't realize he can jump like he does. I just assumed he was an unathletic white dude that shot, but he can jump.
No,
he showed those flashes at Kansas.
He's fun. All right, what else you got? Pictures of Mike doing handstand and shot. What are we doing? Mike? What? All right, mostly is Cam Reddish. This is what we're going to end it with. Is Cam Reddish a play?
He is questionable to play, so I don't know if he's even going to be playing at all.
I've got him in my rare contender at the moment. I think he's got a back injury, but he's not playing, but they're listing him as available, so they meet the minimum. I can't see how he's getting DMPs over Kevin Knox. I don't believe that there is a world where that exists, but
that is true.
I think that's what's happening.
That is true. All right, we're going to wrap it here because I got to get out of here, and I also now have to put more lineups into training because, once again, I have switched my lineups live during the show. As always, dude, I appreciate Ghost, George, and TSC being here. Because Friday's our last one for the regular season, all three of you are Ghost is always here on Fridays, but you guys are, I'm traveling on Friday.
It's Easter.
Oh no.
I'm still gonna be able to do it. All right. Fuck. All right, I gotta figure that out. Anyway, stay tuned for more details about Friday. Like the stream, subscribe, #WashKing. I'm gonna spin this thing here. As a reminder, playback tonight at 8 o'clock to go watch the basketball. If you're into the W women's sports, go check out Watch Her Work tonight. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow morning for the 9 a.m. morning show. Come check that out. As well as 89 Cavs and Shot Tank tomorrow. A lot of content in the last 24 hours. That's for damn sure. So here we go. We're going to spin this thing. We have 124 entrants. If you win, shoot me a DM, and I'll send you that rare tier card. Probably one, Toscano Anderson. Let's see. It's going to Aaron
Borland. Congrats, man.
Congrats. Borland, I'm not going to send it till tomorrow morning. Have Jeb host. Look at that. Already calling for new hosts. I honestly might spin it again just because he suggested that. Congrats to Borland, one of the OGs, been here forever. Shout out to Ghost, to George, to TST for being here today, and also for Veronica for making these fire videos. We are out. Best of luck.